Hey, good morning. It's a beautiful spring morning and welcome to Horse Sense. My name is George. I'm a rancher and I'm a veterinarian. I've been practicing veterinary medicine for 39 years. So I wanted to talk to you this morning about coronavirus because I see the fear that's in the eyes of my clients, and that's not something that we should be living with. So real quickly, I don't want to take a lot of your time. Viruses are one of two categories. There's RNA viruses and there's DNA viruses. RNA viruses tend to be a little bit meaner than a DNA virus. They tend to have a slower incubation period like this coronavirus. And in the RNA viruses, the longer the incubation period, usually the meaner the disease is. For instance, rabies is an RNA virus. It has an incubation period 3 weeks to 6 months. And of course, its mortality is 100%. You get it, you die. But going back to the coronavirus, this virus is lasting about 10 to 14 days, which is double what the normal flu usually causes. It's anywhere from 2 to 7 days. And let me interject here one of the frustrations that I have with the news media in the fact that in 2017 and 18, that flu season from October to April, we lost 80,000 people with common flu. And we're in all and up to do about the 45,000 people that we've lost. Now, by no means do I mean to discredit the deaths that occur. My heart breaks for people who've lost loved ones. But when you compare the numbers, I don't understand the hype that we're seeing with this RNA virus. Now, let me tell you where we're at. This virus, being a longer virus, 10 to 14 days, has about a 12-day average. And generally, when a virus is living in me and I give it to you, it's been living off my RNA. And when I give it to you, it's got to learn to live off your RNA. When it does that, that's called a serial passage from me to you. And in that serial passage, once it has to learn the language of your RNA that's in your body, it actually becomes attenuated, which means it becomes weaker. And so if you generally look at 10 serial passages with a virus, you're going to see that virus get extremely weakened. Now, 10 serial passages on a 12-day average on this virus gives us 120 days. Well, this showed up in January and really blew up. I think it got here last year earlier than that, but 4 months from the middle of January puts us the middle of May. This thing is going to be on its knees. And that's when I believe that we should definitely be considering releasing this quarantine. It needs to be a phased release in the quarantine. I think it should be the young and the healthy that live with young and healthy. If you have small children, I think you need to be staying at home for a little while longer. And certainly if you're living with your grandparents, you don't need to be going out and bringing this back home to them. And the reason this is killing the older people, the elderly, is the fact that it does last so long. The older people can handle a virus that's 2 to 7 days. They can push through, but they do not have the wherewithal or the fortitude to push through a 2-week illness. And so many of them they succumb to the virus. So where we're at right now is an attenuated virus, although I do give you a warning about RNA viruses. They do their replication and they can unwind and they can switch their genome around, which is not stuff you need to understand, but they can mutate more than a DNA. And this thing could come back at us in the fall even meaner. So all the more important for us to have some planned immunization by releasing the healthy population. Let us pass it around and even further attenuate this virus and weaken it. I don't know about you, but if I was going to arm wrestle a man, I'd like to be the 11th in line when I get at him. So that's where we're at. This virus is on the ropes, and we need to release this quarantine again in a phased release. So I don't really know what tomorrow holds, but I do know who holds tomorrow. So this is Horse Sense, and until next time, may God bless you all.